you see stuff out there that really bothers you, or like you just like, this is like, and by the way, maybe they get a ton of follows, or they're clearly doing work for brands that aren't doing any quality control on that stuff, because they're turning out stuff like, why would you even post that? Like,
right? Yeah.
Why would you even post somebody that isn't this wearing gear in a way that is not practical, like it doesn't make sense, or they're posting a weapon setup or something like that, or they're posting some type of gear or whatever. You're just looking and go, what in the hell? Like, how did this get there? You know, how does that make you feel?
I think, I mean, so there's like some things that bug me, and I'm not calling anyone out, but like the whole goon community thing is kind of weird.
So explain this. Explain this for people that don't know what that means.
Nothing against Goon Tape. Goon Tape's they're great guys, great company.
Agreed.
I don't know, maybe the name could be revisited. But that community, I guess, it's just kind of like those the Fed Boy floral shirt thing that was around for a while.
Okay, you don't like the floral shirts.
No, the floral shirts are cool, but when it was placed into that, it was it became they were called something, the Boogie Boys or something. I can't remember.
Oh, the fucking
was that?
Oh, the Bogue Boys, or
oh god,
what are we talking about here?
Why can't I not fucking?
It was just like a
Boogaloo
guys?
Yeah, Boogaloo Boys.
Boogaloo Boys. Yes, there we go. That was like a thing, and they actually got on like the CIA watch list.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah. Okay.
it was so stupid.
I was a little lost
that's
there.
what I feel like the goon thing is. Why set yourselves up to look that stupid? To be honest.
All right. So you're saying you're calling attention to yourself, and it's the wrong kind of attention,
right? Yeah. And then another thing would be, and I think
so it's not just the floral shirts; they're
right.
fucking douchebags.
I was just trying to, yeah.
Okay, because I like floral shirts. I think they're cool. I'm not gonna wear one, but I got buddies that wear them. I love them.
I do agree with this, and I've actually said this to people I know personally. There are some companies with goon in the name that I initially tried to work with because they were outgoing and our goals aligned, and the name didn't really bother me. But then really driving home on like the ski masks and like
that was
the
next
grungy
thing.
clothing
yeah.
and like the AK-47s. I think for self-expression, that might be really cool in a Tyler, the Creator music video. Maybe.
Exactly.
No, really though. I think that it might be cool in that setting. But then we're all just like, yeah, fuck it. We're goons. Like, hell yeah, bro. Rebels. It's like, okay, I don't know. This is a real like question. I don't know if that's the best way to represent the 2A civilian. AK-47s, ski masks, and grunge clothes, like they listen to Nirvana on repeat.
There's nothing. I'm going to go on record. There's nothing wrong with Nirvana, but I think I understand what you're saying in that, like,
does JP not like Nirvana?
No, I do. No, it's just, you know what it's like. You guys know the fucking 90s and the grunge look where you purposely are wearing the same pair of Converse for the last 10 years.
It's interesting that people. So what I think what I hear you saying is people are trying to find some community within the community, and some of those communities within the community are a little bit off and off-putting.
Yeah, and there's like some foreign rap music playing in the background, and they're fucking driving like shitty cars, and it's like, it's weird because I get I get how people can gravitate to like, oh, that's pretty cool, but also like it's so repetitious now that it's like, how do you think that's gonna pan out for you? That's totally like a hype thing, and it's kind of a negative light that you're shedding on what is one of our freedoms. You know what I'm saying? Like a form of like a representation, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
like a representation of the 2A community would also be like, yeah, like the Boog Boys, but also like Ellie and military. Do you think Ellie and military want to be in the same boat as these civilians with ski masks, AKs, and like purposely dressing down and taping everything instead of stippling? And there's just a level of professionalism, if I can even say that you can tie to one group versus the other. Like, what do the optics see? It's like when Jerry was saying with our shotguns the other day, where he's like, dude, you can be a dickhead and you can go crack, 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 and rack all the shells out, or you can be a professional and slowly like,
I hear you,
drop the forks and piece them out. Right?
So I wasn't picking. I don't think I was on the same page with you to begin with, but I am now, and that is, if we are going to represent this community, there needs to be some type of etiquette and maybe discourse that we use as a community. And so it doesn't need to be military LEO, terminology, language, whatever all the time. And it also doesn't need to be fuddy on the other end. But for those of us that are in the middle.
I love that word.
Yeah.
Fuddy.
But for those of us that are in the middle and are trying to, be part of a community at large, which represents the community's interests, the best we can. Obviously everybody's going to have a little bit of a different take. That's awesome. That's what makes this fucking America, because we can do that here. But what you're saying is there may be extremes or on the fringes, which are, you know what, man, you're making us all look bad. You're being a douchebag. And I'll just give you my opinion on this. It's like the frat boys of the community. And if you're in a fraternity, I don't care if I'm offending you or not, but you were a douchebag when you were in college, and the things that you did with your buddies because you could get away with doing it, and somehow that was cool because there was some agency there while you were doing it. But at the same time, you look like an idiot, and you wouldn't act that way now, and you wouldn't act that way now, except for when you get together with your buddies on your excursion every 5 years to get away from your wife and your kids, and you act like the same douchebag you were, and you're a leopard trying to change your spots. I digress. My point being is you're on the fringes here, and check back with me in 5 years. And let's see if you're still acting like that, if that's still cool.
Yeah. And I think it just comes down to people being like, I want to be cool. I want to be different inside of this community.
And they're trying too hard.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if that's the route. I mean, look, dude, like you said, this is America. Do whatever you want. And that's just another form of expression. But I don't know if that's the best look on our community, I guess is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. So again, like you're free to do whatever you want to do. And, to your point, like, I'm not really into that. And you don't have to be maybe what I'm saying is fucking grow up. Because when you do grow up, I think you're going to recognize you kind of look pretty lame there.
I do like Hawaiian shirts though. I mean,
I'll
never stop.
There's nothing wrong with a solid Hawaiian shirt. Shout out to my boys that wear Hawaiian shirts on the range. I'm not down with your Safariland, wrapped, Hawaiian wrapped holsters. I can't. Like I can't do it. But hey, if you want to, it's fine. It's fine. But I don't know about that. So, do you have any plans to shoot any of that? That floral printed shit in your?
We could try it.
I love that he's open to this. Yeah, he hasn't said no to
get
really
some of those Fed boys liking these photos.
That's true, man. I mean, it depends on the goal, right?
It just makes me think of that photo that came out of those guys from the January 6th protest that was happening, where they were like, there was like 4 or 5 guys who were clearly federal agents of some sort.
Can I just add to something here?
Yeah.
They were also fucking frat boys in college. Right. There's no doubt about it. Those guys were seriously the same dudes. Yeah. The same guys. Yeah. The same guys. Just, 10 years later, and they're still not cool. Case in point.